take this Corvette past us.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him too. But there's a really cool ranch here, a cattle ranch, and they have a lot of horses. And there's a Corvette. It says one fast 70. I don't know. I couldn't see the name of the ranch, but so years ago, I was driving right here, and there was a Gila monster on the side of the road, looking like he was trying to cross, but he would have got ran over. He probably died just because he was pointed this way, and people are going 65.
I've never seen one ever in my life.
I saw one that was like part of this show and tell reptile, whatever show and tell thing at school. So they had a Gila monster, and they let us look at it, but we couldn't. They wouldn't let us hold it.
Yeah.
Because it's a poisonous reptile, and it could you could die.
I've seen one in a cage at the zoo, but I've never
Yeah.
seen one live or wild.
I saw one wild right up here on the right. His face was pointing this way, and when I drove by, he like hissed, like he was close enough to the road where I could have ran him over if I didn't care about him. But I cared about him. But I should have pointed him the other way. But he's dangerous. It's a poisonous reptile. I don't want to get
Trash picker upper.
bit. Well, I didn't have one on me. So we're starting to get into the desert. We got prickly pear. We're gonna soon get into the saguaro cactus, but we are into it. A dead coyote? So there was a dead coyote. So this is Roosevelt. This is the road to Roosevelt, Arizona, and Globe, Arizona, and Pumpkin Center. There's a place called Pumpkin Center. I've never been there. I don't think I might have been there once, but it's in the middle of nowhere. But some murder suspects were found there. They were hiding out there in Pumpkin Center. Did you know that? So what happened was there was an inmate being transported for murder from like New Mexico or Texas to Arizona, and on the border somehow him and I think another person overpowered the guards, the transport officers, and they killed. I think they let him live, but they were wanted for murder from an old case, but they they caught him in Pumpkin Center, and that's a good place to hide though, except for the fact that everybody knows everybody, and so if you're a stranger and your name's all over the news, they might recognize you. Other than that, those random facts, yeah. There's a really steep mountain up there. I don't know the name of the mountain, and I'm never gonna go up it, but it's very steep. And to the left, there's a huge valley. Oh, that's Pumpkin Center way out there, I believe. So there's a town way out to the left. If you could look it up on the map, Pumpkin Center, middle of nowhere. It's possible I went there one time in my life, and it's possible I've never been there, but it seems like I did go through there once. It's possible I don't know what I'm talking about. But I have been that back way to Roosevelt a couple times, because that's where Peter Bigfoot lives. So when I dropped off the ducks, I had to turn left right there, Daryl. That's at that Roosevelt turnoff. That's the way.
Driven through Pumpkin Center.
Well, the thing is, it was midnight and I wasn't paying attention, and it's like I'm saying, if that highway goes right through Pumpkin Center, which maybe it does, it does. Okay, then I drove through it at midnight to get to Roosevelt. Oh, really? So you've been there? No?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have. Okay.
It's just a gas station.
Oh, okay, it's a gas station. Okay. Well, that's where the murder suspects were found, in Pumpkin Center. They said, drop the pumpkin. There's a windmill for water trough over there. So this is cattle range. There's a lot of ranches, desert ranches, and they have cows out in the middle of this desert.
These are not desert plants.
Yeah. Jeez. This kid. Funny. Well, there's a big mountain over there. Some kind of interesting mountains over here. The clouds are, a lot of times there's no clouds. These are pretty cool looking clouds, considering Arizona doesn't have a lot of moisture, and sometimes we have a long time with zero clouds over the sky, so it's good to see clouds for Arizona. And I was seeing bald eagles on a regular basis down by Verde River, which is about an hour and a half south of where we're at, maybe, or maybe an hour south of where we're at. You can barely see a fence line there, but there's a ranch fence on the top of that ridge there. But cows live up here all the time. And allegedly, as far as I understand, they used to have sheep. I've never seen a sheep out here, but I've seen cows out here. But years ago, they used to have a sheep ranch or something, even though I've never seen one. And they had a place, what was that place called? Oh shoot, down by something about sheep, or I can't remember what it was called.
Sheep's Crossing.
No, it was a water station where I can't remember what it's called. Oh,
Bushnell Tanks.
Bushnell Tanks, yeah. So Bushnell Tanks is down by Sunflower. That used to be, they have the setup for the, where they walk the sheep through water to get them all the fleas out of their hair or something. I think what it's called. Or delicing, I think it's called. Get the lice out of their hair. And Bushnell Tanks, that's where it's at. So Bushnell Tanks has a whole bunch of water tanks for cows, but I think it used to be for sheep. And they had old sheep dipping stations where they would just herd sheep through this water that was anti bugs, yeah. Lice, I think, was the main thing, or something. But this highway, 30, 40 years ago, it was one way each way, or one lane each way. Super dangerous. Now they have it divided and it's 2 lanes each way, so it's good. And it's a lot faster. It used to be super slow. Oh my goodness. It used to take 2.5, 3 hours to get to Payson. Now it's less than 2 hours, like an hour and a half. I was about to say $1.50. $1.50. It's like an hour and a half, yeah. Which is good. There's a nice 5th wheel trailer and a Dodge pickup pulling it. What we got here is a Toyota New Mexico plate. What is it? A Highlander, huh? Well, he's a long way from New Mexico. He told me once there's a New Mexico. So this is really bad radio. Huh? What are we looking at?
Police truck.
Oh, in front of us? Yeah, it does. Black and white, yeah. Probably a county sheriff deputy. Gila County. Yeah, which is Globe. And those are the guys that pulled me over when I was in the forest, was 2 Gila County guys. They were super far. They were on the far end of the county, like super far away from wherever the sheriff lives or has his headquarters. So this is impossible to get radio right here until you get out of this canyon. Yeah. We're gaining on him. He's a slowpoke. He's a slow cop. Oh, he's passing. What am I talking about? But this canyon is it. Usually I have a CD ready to press play as soon as I get into this canyon because you can't get any radio at all or internet or anything. You can't call out. So this is a dangerous. You do not want to get in an accident in this canyon because you can't get service out. There's a emerald green Hyundai Venue. Never heard of that. Let's see what this black car is. Okay. That is it has a weird license plate. It's an Arizona plate, but I don't know what it is. I can't even tell what kind of car it is. Looks like maybe a Nissan. I don't know. Could be a Toyota. There's no sign on it. It's a Toyota? Okay.
You can see right over the middle of the hood where the trunk. It's black.
Oh, yeah, okay, it is. Yeah, it's a Toyota. But it's an N-Power license plate, and I'm not sure what that means, but it's a special Arizona license plate. I've seen them around lately. I never saw them 2 years ago, but all of a sudden they're there everywhere. There's a weird valley here that no one can get to. There's cows there. I don't know how the cattle driver guys. I think they use a helicopter to Herd cows for sure out in this area because it's just so remote. There's no roads. This is another Toyota, white Toyota. It is a Camry, Toyota Camry. Those are nice. I've never ridden in one. I used to have a Toyota Corolla, but Camrys were nicer. I think that's enough. There's a lot of Toyotas today. I think that red thing looks like a Toyota, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a 4Runner.
Toyota 4Runner maybe. Or yeah.
Highlander or something.
Yeah, we'll get up to it. He's crawling up the hill. Oh. It's a Colorado license plate and it's a Toyota 4Runner. Here's a Mazda CX-5. That's my car. Texas license plate. He took my car. CX-5.
Didn't look like the same here.
So this is the turnoff to Sycamore Creek and Mountain Horde. So, Daryl, do you remember when we hiked Sycamore Creek from this side to the down side? Me, you, and Dad? Oh, it was crazy. So there was some waterfalls. We had to jump off a small cliff into the water. And we were hiking down Sycamore Creek, and it was.
Well, I remember that hype, but I didn't know that was super.
This was it. It was Sycamore Creek, yeah. And it goes down miles and miles and miles, probably 30 miles, but somehow we got off the high road and my mom picked us up. But me, my dad, and Daryl, and I think we found a basketball. Do you remember that? We found a turtle. Do you remember that? Oh. We found a turtle and we found a basketball. The basketball we used as a flotation device. It was in the middle of nowhere, Arizona, a beat up old basketball with air in it. Pretty fun. Oh, look at this. That looks exactly like the orange truck that camped near us, because it was a Toyota Tacoma too. 4-door, 4-wheel drive Toyota Tacoma, like traffic cone orange, was camping near us this weekend. And they were playing Mexican music all night. Which is okay, because I grew up in that neighborhood playing that stuff. No offense. Taken. Uh-oh. What are we doing?
Oliver.
So we're going downhill pretty steep, and there's steep mountains up straight ahead. But
Don't look down.
don't look down, yeah. And I don't know what the name of those mountains are.
I'm ranch.
There's a little cattle water. I can't see it real well, but there is a ranch down there for cows, and they have water. I don't know what they're called. Water tanks. Yeah. And the gate is locked, so that might be private property right there. Very possible. Otherwise, the gate wouldn't be locked, because when it's government land, they always leave a fence you have to open and close for cows. The name of this creek is called Kitty Joe Creek, and I see zero water in it. You can't really see, but I was able to see for 1 second, and there was no water. It's dry. Here's that 4Runner again with the Colorado. So we passed him, and then he passed us. Some guy from Colorado. Colorado drivers drive. Okay, here's Bushnell tanks that we were talking about, where they used to have sheep, herds of sheep.
I don't know if you can get there from the side anymore.
Yeah. So there's this is Sycamore Creek. This is where we came out the other end from up north, Sycamore Creek. Sycamore Creek usually does have water in it, and they have big sycamore trees. Good for koalas. And is this Sunflower where we're at? Oh yeah, we're in Sunflower, Arizona. So I met a guy and I said, where did you grow up? He said Sunflower. He said his dad was a highway patrol guy and lived, he said he saw a mountain lion here one time. So there's mountain lions around here.
Yeah, the cougars.
And what?
I think we're through it.
Oh, we're through Sunflower. Yeah, Sunflower's so tiny that the only thing here is a highway patrolman outpost, I think.
Well, they have a
Couple houses, ranches or
tow
something.
yard, like a mechanic.
Yeah, there's a tow truck
You break
company.
down.
There's a Hummer in front of us with, I think, Arizona plate. I think it's the old style civilian Hummers, not the military, but like the Hummer one, not the
Definitely not military.
2 or 3. Yeah, but those are so unusual because, and he's pulling off. This Hummer says hi. It wasn't an H2 or an H3. Like LeBron James used to have an H2 or H3 when they first came out. It made big news. Here's Aqua Pro. It's a Ford commercial vehicle. Water, conditioning, and plumbing. Honest and friendly service. We love you. Jeez. Daryl. There we go. Big mountain on the side there. Here is a Toyota RAV4, the newer style. Earnhardt's Toyota. Big old rocks on the, those are the swirl cactuses. So now we're getting into swirl cactuses, the big tall ones. They're like 100 years old or something crazy. They can survive this extreme heat, no water.
They grow about 1 inch every year.
1 inch a year, yeah.
Some of those are hundreds of years old.
Yeah, yeah. And it's illegal to damage them. I knew a kid that I went to high school with, and he got in trouble for shooting one, and he got arrested. From 11th. Terrible. Yeah, he was a dumb. He apparently he didn't know that it's illegal to shoot a swirl cactus, but it's illegal to shoot a swirl cactus, and somehow randomly got caught because there's so little. Yeah, the chances are low unless you're doing it every day, all day, every day, everywhere, and he got caught. And I think it was a juvenile, so he was probably like 15, 16, 17.
Barely stupid.
He's the one that told me about it. I didn't ask him. He told me that he got caught out there shooting swirl cactus. He had to go to court. They might have found him not guilty because that's what courts do a lot of times. Not responsible. You did it in the first degree. You shot a cactus in first degree, but you're not responsible, right, Daryl? That's how they do it. Courts. The courts are all screwed up. Heaven knows I love the court system. So we're definitely in desert land. I don't know where we missed Sugarloaf Mountain, unless that's Sugarloaf Mountain. There's a mountain coming up here called Sugarloaf Mountain. And there's some cattle corrals way out there. I don't know if you can see them, but I can see them. There's cattle corrals. And I think this is Mesquite Wash coming up, isn't it? Isn't this Mesquite Wash? Okay, let me see. I think it is.
So many names.
It's I'm almost 100% sure. I almost got bit by a rattlesnake here, yeah. This is Mesquite Wash. Oh no, that's Sycamore Creek. I'm sorry, that's Sycamore Creek. That's more of Sycamore Creek. And there's no water. Wow. It's dry. I've never seen it dry. In years, 50 years, I've never seen it dry. Bone dry Sycamore Creek. So I'm wrong, but Mesquite Wash is where I almost got bit by a rattlesnake. I was walking in the desert on a hiking path, and I stopped to look up to see some birds, and there was a rattlesnake right on the path that I didn't see. Luckily, I stopped, and then I heard his rattle while I was standing still, and so if I would have continued walking, guaranteed I would have got bit because he was right on my path, and I didn't see him. Guaranteed I would have got bit, so I think Sugarloaf Mountain is coming up here on the right. Not 100% sure, but so this is all the cactus. I mean, people buy cactus and they plant it, and this is all live, wild cactus. And the worst cactus is cholla cactus. They call it jumping cactus. It'll separate if you walk by it and it touches you. It'll cling onto you and separate from itself, and then you got nasty, mean cactus that you can't get out of your skin without some sort of pliers or tool to pull it out, because you can't just grab it. It's a circle of spines, almost like a sea urchin. What is this coming up? This is Pine Creek. Never heard of it. I've driven by it a million times. It's dry. All the creeks are dry. It's hot. Summer's early. I mean, what is it, May 1st? Here's the Ballantine Trail. I've been on a horse ride on Ballantine Trail. There's hikers. I imagine you only go in the winter because it's so hot and dry. Oh my goodness. But I think not this. Let's see what we got here. This is called Camp Creek. Never been there. Driven by it a million times. It's dry. I mean, it has plants, but it's dry as a bone. We got a slow Toyota RAV4. That's Slow Barbie, or Slow Can right there. It's Slow Barbie. Slow Barbie. Driving Slow Barbie. Oh my goodness, it's too funny. I think coming up is the Sugarloaf Mountain turnoff, if I remember right. So there's the mountain. There's some way mountains out there. Some sort of canyons. All desert and cactus everywhere. Rattlesnakes everywhere. Coyotes everywhere. Mountain lions, bobcats, vultures. Scorpions. There's definitely scorpions out there. So we are coming up, I think, on Mesquite Wash is where I almost got bit by a rattlesnake. And I've bumped into other rattlesnakes where I heard them, but I couldn't see them. And I would just stayed away from where the noise was coming from. But they're so well hidden that you can easily be bit by a rattlesnake and never see it until you get bit. So you have to be, yeah, this is Mesquite Wash for sure. And wow, that looks like new. Across the road there's like I don't know what that is. That looks like a cattle pen, maybe? Pretty cool. Or a road, I don't know what it is. It's new.
There's the sign.
Yeah, here's the sign for Mesquite Wash. It's an interesting place. I spend a lot of time. I know that area pretty well. I've camped there before overnight, I think, or maybe not overnight, but like for hours. And maybe I have overnight. I can't remember. Here we come on Swirl Lake Junction, 8 miles. Mesa, 32 miles. Milepost 207. That's a Mexico plate. There's a car from Mexico just driving that car. Here's a Toyota Highlander.
Old school.
Old one, yeah. Haven't seen a new one like that in a while. And maybe they don't even make them anymore. It's possible. Are you a fan of the Jeep Gladiator truck?
I think it's cool looking, but I wouldn't pay $16,000 for it.
I know, but I like them. I think they're cool to see on the road, even though way overpriced. Yeah, they're way overpriced. But they look cool. I like the style. Some people don't like the style, but I like the style. It's just not worth the money that you pay.
Wow. You see somebody driving one, you're like, they paid too much.
They pay too much, yeah. Everybody. But some people have money to burn. So they buy a Jeep Gladiator. There's a fifth wheel on a tow truck is traveling with a RV, an old style RV that doesn't work. It wasn't running apparently. It was found on the road dead somewhere. And he's signaling left. That's weird.
He was in the third lane.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
The third lane there.
This is like a steep downhill grade area. Okay, I see Weaver's Needle. It's pretty cool. Weaver's Needle is a mountaintop in Superstition Mountains. It's going out of range right now. We're coming up on Four Peaks. To the left is a mountain called Four Peaks with 4 steep peaks. And during a lot of people come out here when there's a late snow or early snow, and they like to take pictures of Four Peaks. I've seen like 50 people out here taking on the side of the road, on the highway, taking pictures of the snow on Four Peaks, especially when it's an unusual time. Wow, there's a whole bunch of people in RVs out here at the Sugarloaf Mountain, Sycamore Creek turnoff, and Four Peaks to the left, Sycamore Creek. Look at that! Wow, that is a lot. I've parked there before. I parked in there. It's empty. I've never seen so many people there. Wow, that is a lot of humans parked in that parking lot that I've been to countless times. Because over an 8-year period, when I'm driving up and down, sometimes I have to take a nap, and that's one of my nap places, and there's no one there usually. Especially when I used to work swing shift, I get off at midnight, and instead of driving at midnight, I would park there. There's no one there at midnight, and then what is it, 3:30 in the afternoon on Saturday? There's parking lots packed full of RVs and trucks and cars. Outpost 203. When we come up in 4 miles, there's the 99 or exit 99. I saw a mountain lion there one time, and back at Mesquite Wash, I've seen a couple of bobcats, at least 2 bobcats. I don't remember. And that mountain directly in front, that's Red Mountain, but it's far away view of the north side of Red Mountain. And I've hiked there. They used to let you hike that. It's on the reservation, the Yavapai Indian Reservation, and it's closed to the public. Only members of the Yavapai tribe are allowed to climb it, and it's really cool view. But there's the ridge up the backside when you're hiking to the top, and it's all full of cholla cactus, and I got cactus in me because you're walking so tightly with so much cactus that it's almost impossible not to get jumping cactus in you. And luckily I had a comb with me in case of jumping cactus. Whenever you go, you have to have a comb. There's old Ford Explorer that's been roughed up. But luckily I've got a couple of cholla cactus in me, and it's definitely not fun. I haven't seen any cholla cactus, but I'm looking for it. It's the bad stuff. The worst, meanest cactus I've ever heard rumors of. There was a huge fire here one time, so all this used to be black charred a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago. A fire just went through it and burned everything. Do you remember that?
Was it the rodeo chase guy?
No, it was years after that. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. It just burned everything, and I don't think anyone died or anything, or any houses, because there's nothing out here but cactus. So we're coming up on Bush Highway exit 99, which is mile marker 99. And wow, that is an interesting parking lot. I don't remember that parking lot. Maybe I've been there. There's a small parking lot, and then a bigger one, and apparently there's a third parking lot. I don't remember. But there's wild horses in this area. There's a sign, watch out for wild horses next 20 miles. They go by the river, the Salt River. The Bush Highway exit is where the Salt River, you can go tubing down the river that way. Swirl Lake and Lower Salt River recreational area. That's where you rent tubes and go down the river. That's where the bridge is. The bridge in front of us is the turnoff to the Salt River and Swirl Lake. It's all dry desert, nothing. Wasteland. You can make a wasteland video. And the rattlesnakes come out at night. It's too hot. It's too hot for rattlesnakes even during the day. It's so hot. This is a video for Ray in China, all my Ukrainian friends like Pizza Man in Ukraine. Uh-oh.